Ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed guest, most importantly, our vibrant Chicago youth. Today we stand at the threshold of possibility. We stand on the brink of a transformative journey that beckons us all. We have to envision a Chicago where no kid, regardless of their color, gender, religion, opinion, ethnicity, or zip code, will ever say they've never been downtown. I've got a hope for a Chicago where no kid, regardless of their color, gender, religion, opinion, ethnicity, or zip code, will ever say they're not welcome downtown. That's a hope that I developed while volunteering at Cook County Juvenile Detention Facility. It's called the Audie Home. And it was there where the residents, not inmates, we don't call them inmates, were already nailing the toilets to the ground and nailing the sinks to the ground and nailing their beds to the ground. They'd been nailed down enough, we can call them residents, right? The residents would ask me, Jamal, where do you work? And I say, I work downtown at a trading firm right next to the Sears Tower. And I expected them to say, what's a trading firm? What do you do? But they all said, what's the Sears Tower? I said, what's the Sears Tower? You never been to the Sears Tower? I said, raise your hand if you've ever been to the Sears Tower. Nobody did nothing. I said, raise your hand if you've ever been to the John Hancock building. Nobody did nothing. Raise your hand if you've ever been to Navy Pier. Nobody did nothing. Nobody in the whole jail had ever been downtown. Nobody in the jail had been downtown. They'd never waited for a taxi. They'd never been in an elevator. Actually, one kid had been downtown, but he said he thought downtown was out of town. Their whole worldview was shaped by a few blocks. Their whole world, that's tragic. So I had to do something about it. I couldn't bust them out the jail. So I started taking kids to a little window in the jail. I said, look out this window. You see that big skyscraper right there? That's one of the tallest buildings in the world. That's called the Willis Tower. When I was your age, we called it the Sears Tower. It's 110 stories high. That's 110 football fields high. You can go to the top for $32. It's some good pizza up there, man. You see the building right behind it? It kind of looks similar. That's called the John Hancock building. That's 100 stories high. That's 100 football fields high. At the top, they have this place called 360 Chicago. You can actually see a panoramic view of the whole city, out west, out south, over east. You can see it from the top. Every year, they race to the top, 95 flights of stairs. How many of y'all climb 95 flights of stairs for 10,000? I'll climb the stairs, Jamal. You see this little pointy building behind that? That's called the Aon Center. That's 83 stories high. That's 83 football fields high. This is what I was saying in the jail. But I made sure that the residents knew that just like the architects built those skyscrapers from the ground up, everybody in the jail can be the architect of their own destiny, right? How high you want to go? How high everybody can be an architect of their own future. Like, the biggest lockup in Chicago is not Cook County Jail. The worst incarceration is the prison of your mind, man. That's messed up when you can be out but really locked up. But you can be in jail and really be free. How high you want to go, right? So I started a program where I started taking kids downtown. But taking kids from the south side and the west side downtown, it's not just about sightseeing. It's not just about seeing big buildings. It's about opening the doors of opportunity wide enough for everybody to be able to walk through it, right? It's about leveling the playing field. I know that sounds like a political term, but we're leveling the playing field to make sure every kid in Chicago, regardless of their zip code, they can see, they can learn, they can dream without limitations, right? Everybody says, I'm a product of my environment. I've learned that we're products of our expectations. How high you want to go? You know what I mean? And so, I guess for you guys, you just have to imagine the impact this has on a young lady from North Lawndale, a place where hope is often overshadowed by adversity. I talked to somebody from North Lawndale the other day. They say they don't go to the gas station because they don't want to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. You got an overwhelming presence of police, right? Shot spotter technology is more technology on the poles than in the classrooms. Now she's standing downtown looking at the skyscrapers. I imagine that in that moment, she don't just see a big building, right? She sees our future being big. She sees it being bright, right? She sees, I'm a leader, man. I'm an innovator. I can build one of these skyscrapers. I don't want to just live in a hotel. I'm about to own the hotel, right? That's what she sees. So as we embark on this journey together downtown, let's commit ourselves to making this more than just a day trip, right? Let's make a pledge that we're gonna foster some lasting connections. Let's start some mentorship programs. Let's start some scholarship funds. Let's create some career pipelines so these kids they can see, they can do more than just visit today, right? They can thrive while they're in the midst of downtown, right? And to all the youth that are here today, to all the youth, I want y'all to know that y'all are the architects of your own future. You are the architect of your own destiny, right? The struggles that you're facing right now, they are just stepping stones on your road to greatness, just stepping stones, right? And don't let nobody tell y'all today that y'all just visiting downtown. Today, y'all making a statement. Today, you saying, man, this is a statement of resilience and determination. If I can make it in Chicago, I can make it anywhere. Today is y'all declaration. Today is y'all declaration, and y'all gonna be saying that where I come from is not gonna determine how far I can go, right? So, and everybody else that came, as we look into the future, just remember that progress, like true progress, is measured by not how far you come, but how far you can reach. Dr. King talked about that a lot in his speeches, the isms of society. He said an ism of society is how far we can come, how far we've come ism. Oh, you know how far we come since slavery, how far we come since Jim Crow, that's an ism, that's a disease, right? True progress is measured not by how far you can come, but how far you can reach. So we gotta continue to bridge this gap between these communities and these opportunities. We gotta continue to uplift the people that feel like they've been overlooked, and let's continue to give a voice to people that feel like they've been silenced. So thank you guys for coming out to support Downtown Day. This is the vision that I have. No kid in Chicago should ever say, I've never been downtown. No kid in Chicago should say, oh, I don't feel welcome. Downtown Day is a holiday for Chicago youth. I appreciate you guys' support. Let's hear from the youth that got us here today. Thank you.